This is in the early morning, looking out from my house towards Rangitoto. Now it looks a bit misty over there, but it cleared up, and this is on the bus on the way over to the city. And looking back, you can see where Rangitoto is. It's over there, but we have to go over the bridge to get the boat. There are lots of boats that leave from Auckland City. This one is just going to the other side of the harbour, and some are going to different islands and different places. That one will be going to Waiheke, I imagine, because that's the big one. Lots of commuters that live over there and work in the city. Now here's the Rangitoto boat coming in, the Wanderer. And here we are ready to board the Wanderer. And here we are, we've just left. That orange building there is the ferry building. It's very old and very traditional. And here we are leaving the city behind. And the dockyards and the cargo ships, the container wharfs. It's a huge area. Now there you can see Rangitoto looming up behind the land on the other side of the harbour. And there's the harbour bridge, which we just came over in the bus. And there's a ferry coming probably from Waiheke, coming back to town. Now here's Rangitoto emerging behind North Head. That's another volcano, by the way. I always find it quite an amazing trip to sail out to Rangitoto, because where I live it always looks just kind of like that, like you see it there. But as you get closer to it, the shape changes as you look at it from a different angle. And I always find that quite creepy, because you hardly ever see it at any angle apart from the one where you live in that direction, if you can follow me. So as you watch now, you can see the silhouette is changing shape. And there we are looking back at the city. And the shape keeps changing, it becomes more unfamiliar. And you can start to see the little houses along the coastline now. Those are very old, from the 1930s, most of them. And here we are approaching the wharf. And about to get off. Now here we are on the island. I decided to take the ring track that goes around the coast, because then you can walk next to the water. It's a bit longer, but you can look over there towards the city, the other volcanoes, and keep going around. Now the whole island is a volcano, so it's all made of lava, and that black rock that you see there is lava. And here we are walking around the edge of the lava, and it's amazing, the whole place. And the trees are growing in that, if you can imagine it. And it's always really amazing to me how they built this road a long time ago. But as soon as you leave the road, you always have these amazing lava formations. Now that moss, it grows only on the island, and nowhere else in the world. And here we are approaching the lighthouse, which I can also see from my house here, that looks a lot smaller than that, of course. And this is from the one and only beach on the island, where I stopped for a wee bite to eat. And it's nice to go swimming there as well. Now here it starts going uphill in earnest. You can see the top of the hill ahead, and it's a good hour's walk. And you can see the lava fields. It's just amazing every time I look at that. Now, it's at this point that I remembered that Rangitoto is where I learned about second wind as a biological function. It's when you push yourself and you feel absolutely exhausted till you think you're going to die, you just keep going, and then suddenly you get your second wind, you can breathe easier, you're not so exhausted anymore, you can keep going. Now here we are climbing up the cone of the volcano on the boardwalk. It's already quite high, as you can see. The green island at the back there is Motutapu. It's next door neighbour to Rangitoto. And looking up to the north, it's a bit misty today, but you can see a couple of islands. And here's looking out towards the west and continuing on up the boardwalk, and a nice bench to sit on. Now this is the crater lookout, nearly at the top. But check it out, this is where the volcano exploded from hundreds of years ago and created this whole island. I think that's pretty amazing. And here we are at the top. You can see the city in the distance over there, and all the little hills that you see around the Auckland area. All of them are volcanoes. There's a very active volcanic field. Well, it hasn't been active for a long time. Rangitoto is actually the youngest of all these volcanoes. And there's about 70 volcanoes throughout Auckland, all up. And here's my lunch. This is what I brought along. It's a very good lunch it was too. Spaghetti and sausages. Now the spaghetti in here is not like spaghetti that you cook at home. And the sausages are not like any other sausages I've ever tried. They're just really yummy. So of course I had to bring the tin opener as well. And a fork. But it was a really good lunch. And I recommend you try it. I don't know if you get that stuff in other countries, but see, there's a little sausage there, really yummy, and the greatest view in the world to look at while I was eating it. So you can see the island is round. You can see the forested part at the bottom. It's almost entirely round from the lava flow. Now there's the lighthouse, did you see it? There it is again. And looking over here, this is the part of the city where I live. And here's me coming down off the mountain again. Go through different paths and down towards the coast. These are manuka trees. And the path is quite rocky here. It's all made of lava. You can hear it crunching under my feet. Now these trees here are pohutakawas, but they're a lighter colour than the rest of the pohutakawas on the range. And here we are leaving. Just a quick glimpse of my day. Now this is not speeded up, this is how fast the boat was. It's pretty amazing. Here we are heading back into town. And the island regains its normal silhouette, and there it is disappearing again as we go back into the harbour. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed a little trip to Rangitoto with me. I hope you come over and do it for real one day. Bye!